everyone. Welcome to The Spot. We are here today. We're reviewing all of the hottest shows on TV, and we're talking specifically about Power, Season 3, Episode 5. Oh my goodness. Was this not a good one?
This episode was lit. This
my
is
favorite one by
yes,
far.
our favorite episode to date.
Yes, I think we can all agree that this episode was the hottest out of all 3 seasons. It's so much to talk about today.
I'm ready.
I'm ready too.
Let's
And
go.
so it's like, how can anybody not watch Power? Like,
I don't get it.
Great.
Hey guys, I'm sitting here with my good friend Monique. Okay, Monique, you gotta explain to these people why you don't watch Power. Every week we meet them. This week is you. You gotta let them know what's going on with you. Why don't you watch the show?
It's not intentional. It's just that I just have not gotten into the series. I haven't just jumped into it. I have a lot of shows that I'm addicted to and I watch, and I'm kind of coming to the end of those new seasons, so maybe I can dive into Power. It's in my queue to watch. I just haven't started. I'm behind.
I want you to give out your Instagram. And Omari, I'm gonna need you to hit her up and tell her that she needs to be watching Power. Because she's sleeping on it. And she shouldn't sleep on it.
Yeah, I'm sleeping on it. Okay, my Instagram is Ms. MZ _uniquely Mo. Ms. MZ uniquely Mo.
All
With
right.
the underscore.
Okay, all right, Power TV writers. I am recruiting one each week. I want another one for the team. All right. Good night from Ag Town.
thanks a lot, Wanda, for that one. I don't know how Homegirl can not have watched Power up until now. This show is so amazing. Like, who doesn't watch Power? For real.
Right.
So we got to start getting into this episode because we're like, it's so much going on. Everybody's so excited because finally we get some action. And I just can't get over how, Ruiz is back. And he plays a big role in this episode. Ruiz is back and he's talking. But it's about what he's talking about that's important.
And it's
And
about
what he's not talking about.
Yeah.
about who saw him.
Mhm.
Exactly.
I mean, everybody saw him up in the camp, so
That's a problem for him.
Which-
that's a problem.
Which is reckless for the FBI,
But they
first of
don't
all.
care.
Yeah, I mean, of course. But I'm like, you don't do that with a federal witness. You don't prance them through the federal building
You
like that.
already
and
had
put them at
Lobos
risk.
almost get killed.
Yeah.
We all know federal witnesses die.
All the time. Right.
They're expendable.
Right.
Okay.
But Ruiz, he's being coerced because Greg, he's always been extra, trying to go the extra mile, and he's trying to basically tell him, we know about Nomar, so we can use that against you. And Ruiz, he almost bought into it. He almost.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
Angie saved the day
Angie
again.
came in.
She gave him his defense,
Yeah.
and they're right back to square
Yes,
one.
indeed. But Angie, this was important for her because now she's getting the test of loyalty. Her and Ghost had a scene, and after Ghost finds out from Proctor, his lawyer, that Ruiz is going to be talking, he knows something, but Angie doesn't know he knows. And so when he presents her with that information, it's kind of like, you my girl.
That's
Like,
why you got to put her back. He's got to step backward. Look, I would have been thoroughly, teed
oh, he
off
was.
if you come up in my face talking about how did I find out.
Right. He
Why
had every
didn't I
right. He had
find out
every right to
from
be
you?
mad.
Exactly.
Yeah. And he let her know too. He was like, "Look, I can take care of this situation."
Exactly.
He was a
I
G in
knew
that
it.
moment. He was a G. He was
Yeah.
like, "Look,
But
I
tell
can
me-
fix this.
tell me-
Don't make me do it."
Tell me, y'all are ladies. What's up with Angie not
I think Angie, she's still
Put
trying to
Ghost on
play
point.
good, but she knows that this is not the time for that. Like,
Angie's trying to
She's
play
still on
good,
that
but she
fence.
also does not want him to be Ghost. She's trying to keep him clean.
Mhm.
But she
And that's
can't
the thing,
keep
she-
him clean
she-
and alive at the
No,
same
no,
time. She's gonna have to-
exactly.
Like I said earlier, Ghost can't just clean up overnight.
No,
Okay, there's a lot of cleanup that has to happen before Ghost becomes the man that she wants Ghost
right.
to
And,
be.
and he's telling her, "Help me." That's the name of the episode. Help me. He says, "Help me. Help me be the man you want me to be. I'm trying to be a good man here, but if you can't help me, I'm
Exactly.
going to fix this situation."
and if you're not gonna be forthcoming with
Exactly,
information, like,
exactly. And he was like, I did trust you. I did trust you until now, and now I don't know. Like, he's sitting up here getting separation papers from Proctor to be with her, and here he's not even sure
The
he don't
Proctor's
trust.
not even feeling that.
No, he told her. He told Ghost, like, look, I don't think she got your back.
Right. And
You know, you sure you want to do this?
Hey.
Yeah. Angie was a hot mess for that. But
Yeah.
how about Lobos? He's an even hotter mess. That man is a trip. You know, we see how Mike is trying his hardest to get Lobos off the hook and
Is
still
Mike
save
that
face.
loyal? Is he that loyal?
No.
Mike is scared.
Mike is scared.
He is scared.
He
He
threatened
needs to
his
man
daughter.
up,
He
'cause
threatened
I'm
his
He
gonna tell
daughter.
said, I will kill your daughter and you.
Well, we would have killed you first. Because you got to go. You threatened my daughter, you're done. You're in the hospital. Nobody even.
Right, but
most
Lobos
people
got
think.
pulled.
Yes,
Lobos
he
got
did.
hitters
They
everywhere.
think
Lobos
he's
has
dead. They already think he's dead. So why
no,
not make
but
him?
his network. You see,
They
who,
know.
you see Hugo.
You know what?
Hugo
Mhm.
came in there and killed the dog. He has hitters, and Mike knows that.
Lobos is dead. He's dead.
Well,
I think Mike was
Lobos,
dead before Lobos.
I really like Lobos' character
I
because
do
he
too.
provides a lot of comedic relief.
He is
He
funny.
is hilarious.
He is funny.
Talking about Mike
Trying
and
to
feeling
grab
him
Yeah,
up.
hey,
and,
come on. man.
Yeah, that was funny.
He's a mess.
I
No.
didn't think that was funny at all.
I know you. I know you didn't.
I was-
I know you didn't. But that was hilarious.
Yes,
he called
it
my little
was.
coconut.
Okay, so we see how the comedic relief was brought in, but how about something that's not funny? Dre and Kanan. Kanan in there holding Dre's baby. As soon as he walks in the door,
Well, as soon as he walked in the door, I knew Kanan was gonna be there. I just knew it.
I did not.
I
did.
didn't expect that.
I did.
Because I think the directors, they try to be very they try to keep it fresh and not make it so predictable. And so I knew Kanan was gonna be back in New York, but I never expected him to be show up in that way.
Soon as they
Okay, but you just back. Kanan just backed Dre up against the wall.
Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
So is he can't really, he really cannot afford to be loyal to Kanan at this point. I mean, if Kanan's gonna kill your kid,
And
Well,
he's
right.
already
act like
witnessed
he's gonna
Kanan
kill
kill
his
his own son.
exactly. So he
So-
know he's up to it.
right.
So
That's why he's terrified.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, you got to get over that fear because your daughter's life. So Kanan, he said to Kanan, which I thought was a nice little smoke screen. I'm inside. I can still.
He trusts me.
Right,
Yeah.
he trusts me, and that I think was the thing that saved Kanan from doing something really crazy. But
But what do you think he's gonna do with that? Do you think that he's gonna actually help Ghost? Is he gonna tip Ghost off,
He's
or
gonna-
is he gonna play his position
if
inside
he
of
plays,
Kanan?
if he can't do that, he can't afford to do that.
I think
No.
he realizes that Kanan's gonna kill whoever he wants anyway.
I agree.
And so if he sides with Kanan, that's gonna end terribly for him either way it goes.
Yeah, it's
Right.
not. It's not
Right.
gonna go pretty for him either way.
Right.
Because I don't believe Kanan really doesn't believe that he's for him anyway.
Mhm.
He probably thinks that he bought Ghost and bought him out just like
Well, he said it.
Right.
That's the first thing he said. He was like, "You chose Ghost over me."
And what did he say as he was leaving? You ain't have what when I met you.
Mhm.
Now
Well,
you got
and-
this nice place.
Yeah.
So-
well, he didn't. It wasn't because of him.
Right.
That's my point.
It wasn't because of him.
Exactly. So he's already mad that Dre's doing well, looks good. He wants to squash all that.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be an interesting storyline to watch develop and see where Dre's loyalty is going to lie. But I think one of the biggest scenes this episode was the one where Kay shows up, Tommy's mom,
My
That was a
girl.
pivotal
and
moment.
she
My
is
girl.
in Tommy's house waiting because her mortgage ain't been paid.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
And she coming to collect the checks.
Uh-huh.
And
And she gonna
Holly's
stay
there.
there until the check
Yeah,
comes
she
out.
is.
That's
She
right.
said, I'm going to wait for Tommy to
Uh-huh.
show up with the check.
That's my girl.
She was talking about comedic relief.
But
Comic
did
she-
relief. Woo.
Did
Kay
she
is
not put?
everything.
But did she not put Holly on check?
Yes, she did. She did. And she's a cokehead, but she had a whole lot of sense. Whole lot of sense. She read Holly like a book.
Get rid of her.
Yep. And she was like, "Oh, there's no food in the house." She was like,
That's
you,
your thing.
"Somebody,
Oh.
you didn't go shopping."
Oh, so you dating the boss. Easy way to.
Yeah, that's right.
Get
So
all
you don't have to
work.
work anymore, right?
And with Kay being there, we also got to see how Tommy was, he just had an epiphany moment with Kay because she reminded him look, Ghost has always been there for you.
Absolutely.
What makes you think that he's not gonna still be looking out for you? And
And then, you saw the wheels turning.
yeah,
and
he
if
kind
you
of started thinking a
and
little
if
bit.
you notice that, As soon as the wheels start turning with Tommy and realizing like, yeah, Ghost has always been there for me. If you saw the look on Holly's face, she was terrified.
And that's why she said that text.
She wants, immediately she
Right.
hit the button like, do it now.
Yep.
She wants to get rid of Ghost.
'Cause she
She
know
wants to
he's
be,
not gonna do
yeah,
it.
she wants to be number one in Tommy's life too.
It's too bad she got red hair because she act like a dumb blonde. I mean, okay, nothing to all the blondes out there, but what I'm saying is, you're not going to tell your man that you didn't set up Ghost to be killed. They could have been together at any point in time, and Tommy could have been taken out right with him.
Exactly, and I don't think that Holly realized she doesn't have that foresight. She's just thinking about surviving. Like,
Right.
It's me or your friend. So if
Right.
it comes down to it, I'm gonna save us
I think she
before
wants
I save
Ghost
your
more
friend.
than she cares about her own survival, because she's you know. I mean,
Well, she had reason to because first of all, Lobos wanted them dead, but also remember Ghost threatened her life last season.
Correct.
So
and she knows.
and,
Ghost
yeah, and she
stands-
wasn't even supposed to come back to town. He sent her away, and he was like, "It was time for you to go one way or the other."
And she knows,
So
and she knows that Ghost is the only one that stands between she and Tommy.
Exactly.
Well,
Maybe
Tommy will
not.
always choose Ghost over her.
Maybe not, because you see that weird relationship with Tommy and his mom. It's like
Yeah, it looks
almost-
incestuous to me.
It's
It looks
very
incestuous
weird.
to me.
And so I'm like, well, Holly,
They
you got
kiss on the
another
mouth.
roadblock because mom ain't
And
letting
Holly
you
saw
go.
it too. Did you
Yeah,
see
she
Holly's
did.
Yes,
face?
she did.
Yeah.
Holly was like, "There's something going on."
If I'm going to shit,
And
it's
he got a
weird.
thing for the redhead.
He does have a thing for the
Mom has
redhead. If he's doing coke with his mom, I was like,
Yeah.
Mm.
Something going on there.
but even with all that, as crazy as she is, she knew what time it was with Holly. She told him when she was going to the door, she was like, yeah, get rid of her.
She's been around.
Get rid of her.
That's right.
Yeah.
She knew.
She knew.
Exactly. So how about how Ghost is, taking Tariq to his basketball game and everything. He gets rear-ended, hops out the car, and what do you know? It's the Jamaicans. I
was like this.
literally was like
Because I'm thinking.
biting my nails
Yeah.
during that part. Like,
Yes,
what's
Because,
gonna
you know,
happen?
yes.
actually,
I was
I'm
hoping
thinking-
security was
And I
telling
was actually
Ghost at
thinking,
the time.
how are they going to write Ghost out at this point?
Exactly. Like, you
So I'm
know,
thinking-
Ghost
I'm
is
thinking
not.
he's
I
gonna
thought
get
security.
shot.
No, I thought security was following them, especially because he followed them when Ghost shot up the Koreans
Exactly.
last week. So
You
I
got three
thought
Jamaicans.
You
I
knew
thought
that.
that
You
Korean.
got-
I was
I thought
like-
security
Look, Ghost
was
went
gonna
for
be
his piece, and he realized there's 3 Jamaicans coming out of the car all with heat. That's why he just closed his eyes.
He closed his
turned
eyes.
around.
Yeah, he knew. He thought it was a
Because he
wrap.
knew he was gone.
He knew he was
It
gone.
was a
He
wrap.
really did. But see, the thing about it is, I was like, Tommy can't save him because Tommy thinks he's already dead.
Right.
Right. Tommy
And
knows
so
you can't
I'm
get
like,
there fast.
who's? And I was like, literally, I jumped out
And
my
I
seat.
did
I was
think-
like, yes.
I was thinking to
yes.
myself,
Like the security came
Right,
and
who's gonna
saved
save
it.
Yes.
Who's going to save him from this?
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Because I went right back to the conversation he had with his
The security.
security,
Uh-huh.
at the
In the
club.
club.
When he
And he
said,
said-
"Stop telling me," right?
Right.
Yeah.
Stop telling
Yeah.
me. So
And Ghost
I
has-
wasn't thinking that they would,
Exactly.
No.
But because I think the security witnessed what happens with the Koreans on
Yeah.
last episode, I think that they thought it would be in his best interest to
yeah.
keep following.
Yeah, he
because
called
they
an
know
audible.
now that he's living a double life.
Yeah, he
So,
did. He called an audible.
that-
Sometimes you gotta do that.
Mhm.
You know, protect people from
Exactly.
themselves.
But see, the
But
thing
yeah, he
about
did.
that, like I mentioned in our last review for episode 4, that security, even with him telling them not to follow and them still following, how much of his background are you going to find out, and how is that going to play out in
Exactly.
the show?
But does he care? I mean,
He might not-
He
are
might
his-
not care.
I mean,
He
they
might
are
try
his
to
security.
extort him.
In fact, he should. If I were Ghost, I'd let him know. Hey, this is who I am. This is what I've done.
The less people
mean,
that
your
know
job is-
about
your
Ghost,
job
the
is-
better.
Right. The less
Yeah.
they know, because you don't need any.
Look,
Especially
they-
now that he's not trying to get
They
in the drug
already
game
know.
by any means. He's still trying to be Jamie.
Yeah, he's trying to be legit, so he doesn't need that. Now that he's putting his face out there, he's doing the social media thing. He joined the Twitter.
The Twitter, right? Speaking of that, follow us at our Twitter at The Spot Real Talk.
But I thought that was a cute moment. Speaking of that, with Ghost and Tariq, when
Yes,
he was
it
trying
was.
to show him how to do the social media and
Yeah.
join the Twitter.
Especially after how him and Tariq were having a little bad relationship, where Tariq didn't even want to go with him in the first place.
Right.
So.
Right, and what Tariq said was dead on too,
Mhm.
because he said you just up and left, moved in with Angela,
And
you
he
didn't
had
talk
to
to us,
apologize.
and I'm glad
But, I
that
kinda-
Ghost
I
bossed
was-
up
I
and
was feeling that
apologized.
from Ghost because I'm thinking, if my son had come at me like that, what would I do? I mean, my inclination would be, well, he did right by saying, a man
apologizes.
apologizes, and he did apologize.
But he was
So-
right.
Yeah.
Huh?
Tariq was right
Sure
in
he
what
was.
he was saying to
Yeah,
him.
he was right, and I don't blame Tariq for doing that because that's the catalyst to his problems.
Right, he
Right.
said I was angry because, and it's true. That's how Ghost handled it. I mean, he just moved in. He threw the woman on the kids. I
Right.
mean, there was no explanation as for why all of a sudden you're not with my mom.
What kind of explanation could you have? You
I know, but it
Please.
still should have been a sit down and everything. All of a sudden, you want them to come over and be one happy family and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's a problem.
So I was glad for that
So-
moment that Tariq
Okay,
said that to Ghost.
that hug.
He hugged him like he was holding on for dear life.
Right.
I was really
Like
moved by
he
that.
knew that Ghost was gonna die or something. I mean, he would not let Ghost go. And if I were Ghost, I had to cut back Angie and get back with
Yeah,
my son.
yeah,
Talk
yeah,
to
Ghost is
my
not
family.
thinking about that. And
But I mean,
I think
he's
it-
gotta be that.
he's
that
not
had to-
focused.
I don't even know if that's.
But I think he was
Does
hurt
he-
though.
does
He was hurt.
Do you
definitely.
really think he loves his boy like he says he does?
I
Yes,
think
I
he
do.
does,
Yeah, I
yes.
do. I
But
think he does
he's
love
so
his family.
sidetracked by all the other extra stuff that's coming around. Like he
Yeah.
got to protect the family first of all before he can be there like he needs to.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
His life is in danger, and that means his family's life is in danger.
Exactly.
And especially after that scene where he almost got killed, I think he realizes now more than ever that, like, look, I got to get rid of this problem, which is why when him and Tommy linked
So
up to
what
get
is-
rid of Holly.
Okay, but what does that mean? He's got to stop focusing so much on Angie.
Well,
He's got to get
so
back to
be
his
it.
family.
So
Because
be
Yeah.
if he doesn't do that, he's
Yeah.
not protecting his family.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's probably gonna.
So
he's-
playing house with Angie is not going to protect his family.
Right.
Right.
But I do still want to talk about, that domestic scene with Tommy and Holly, and he just
Wow.
choked her. I was
Wow.
like, oh, like
Okay.
everybody wanted Holly to die. I'm glad she's
We
gone.
all know that domestic violence is
Unacceptable.
It's unacceptable. You guys out there, when you got a little beef with your girl, you cannot be throwing her
Walk
up against
away,
the wall.
Please.
And all kinds of things like that. And ladies, be careful of that kick because that does hurt a brother. But what I got to say about that, I was so glad he did.
Yeah, I think everybody was glad she was gone. Get her out of here.
Yeah,
so glad.
I think everybody.
The
I
thing
think
about that
I
is,
was
once
like-
again, the writers surprised us because I never would have guessed that Tommy was going to be the one to take her out.
yeah.
If I had something
They're
in my
good for
mouth-
doing that.
They were
Remember
great for
last
doing
season
that.
they did that with Sean.
If I
I thought Sean was gonna die, but I had no
Right.
idea that Kanan was gonna do it.
Exactly.
And they hit us with that again.
If I was eating, I'd have choked to death because the first thing I was like, whoa. And then I was like, oh, go on. Go on, choke her some. No, you ain't doing it hard enough.
That was horrible, but he's gonna be distraught when he finds out she was pregnant though.
If he finds
He's not
out
gonna
she
find
was
out.
pregnant.
Tasha knows.
I don't
Tasha
know if
can't-
Tasha's going to say anything,
Why?
though.
But why? What
But
would
no,
be the
because
point?
Tasha's probably gonna say, like, what is there gonna be the explanation when Holly is gone? Like, oh, she just left,
But
and they're
it's-
gonna like, well, did you find out about the baby? And who knows? Ghost might tell
Tommy-
Tasha. Ghost might tell Tasha.
Tommy,
Ghost might tell Tasha that somebody tried to take them out and stuff, and Tasha
no.
find that
But
out.
there's no
No,
benefit in telling
It's
Tasha that.
not
She doesn't
really.
need to know. I
Tasha
don't
doesn't need to know that, and telling Tasha that Tommy killed Holly. That's not.
That's
wrong.
definitely not the way
That's
to
not
go.
wrong.
Well, what are they gonna say when? First of all, they were doing business. They brought Tasha in to do business.
But Holly
so
is also
so when
known-
they
Holly is
come,
known to
Mom,
up and disappear.
I was like,
Okay.
Mom's told me to let her go. I let her go.
And
everybody know how
Holly,
precious
she's a
Tommy is.
Rolling Stone. She even been.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's
Yeah,
that's a
I-
very sticky situation.
that's
for the
something to
writers,
watch.
because that's an interesting aspect as to how he gets out of telling Tasha that Holly's
She
gone.
just rolled out. Yeah,
Because that's going to be a hard sell
It
for
is.
exactly. Because
Angie.
Tasha is smart.
I mean, for
Tasha's smart.
Tasha's
And she
not
knows
stupid.
she
Right.
knows that he's like a brother to her.
Mhm.
So it's not gonna be an easy sell. And plus, Ghost, I think she's gonna find out. I think she's gonna find out. I think she's gonna probably spill the beans that that Holly was pregnant, or either he's gonna find. Remember, she threw
The
the
pregnancy,
pregnancy
test.
test in the trash. He's gonna find it. He's gonna find out.
Well, we're just gonna have to wait and see on that one.
Mhm.
But the closing scene of this, we kind of see how Tommy and Ghost reunite.
I was
Everybody's
happy.
so happy.
Oh
about
man,
that.
I almost had tears in my eyes. I was
Yes.
like, yes, the
Yeah.
bromance
And
is
he
back
says,
on.
"Help me." Tommy
Yes.
finally reaches out back to Ghost, and he.
But Ghost.
Well, Ghost came over there.
Well, yeah,
And
Ghost
I-
was ready to do
I think,
something.
yeah, I
He
think
was
Ghost was gonna take
He was
Tommy out.
Hey, no, I don't think that. I think that he was like, okay, time out for all this.
Right,
You know,
that too.
and-
But I think if he had to, because at that point with the
Why would he-
Jamaicans, who else would know to hire the Jamaicans? That's he and Tommy's MO. So I think he went over there with the intention to talk to Tommy.
And he was dressed in
but
all black.
he all black. He
Yeah,
was
he
in
was-
creep
he was
mode.
dressed to
He
kill.
was in creep
No,
mode.
yes, he
So
was.
he was like, if
But-
things went down,
but he had
he
to
was
be-
gonna take
He
Tommy
had a
out.
motive for
but
sure.
He had a
but
motive.
he had to be in
creep mode.
Yeah, he had to be that because you know he doesn't know who's still out there trying to
Exactly.
get
But
him.
he knew
But
he
still.
knew anybody.
But I thought
he
it was,
and he
you know,
and
you don't break up in a man's house like that.
he didn't break
Well,
up.
you
He
ain't
has a
answering my
key.
phone.
No.
You ain't doing.
Well,
you
he
not
has a
reaching
key.
out when I call you.
Look,
He has a key. He
you
came
call
over
me
there
and say,
and
"Look, I'm coming over. I'm gonna use my key." You just come
you
in a
can't
man's
say
house
that.
like
No, Tommy wasn't
Okay.
taking his calls. Remember? So he had to just roll up. He had to pull up.
So, I
So-
have a big question. Do you think their team up, Tommy and Ghost back together? You think they're gonna be able to take Lobos down?
Straight.
Yes.
And I hope they get
Yes.
Mike with.
I think Gary.
I would take
I mean
Mike
Greg.
and
I
Greg.
think Greg is gonna get caught up in that too.
Mike's
I think
gotta
so,
go.
too.
I think Greg
Mike's
is-
gotta go.
Mike's
gotta go.
Mike.
He's
Mike
gotta
has to go, but I think Greg is gonna go sooner.
Yes.
I
I
agree
think
with
Greg
that.
is gonna go first.
Oh yeah, let's take Greg.
Yeah, Greg is gonna go.
But Mike's gotta go.
Okay, well, I guess we have a lot to look forward to because now we see how this episode has gotten real explosive. So, season 3, episode 6 is going to be even more crazy. Like, I think it can only get better from here.
Yes,
So,
I agree.
You know, I think that'll be a good way to go with just like you seen the previews, how they do the previews every time.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like next week it's going to be a shootout somewhere.
Yeah.
Lobos is trying to escape. He has his out. So,
Yeah, I think
I don't
they,
know.
Ghost and Tommy gonna make their move next week.
I think
I
so
don't
too.
want-
During that transfer,
Lobos has got to expire before he leaves the hospital.
Oh well. Well, he's
I don't
already
think that's
asked
gonna
Tommy
happen.
for a favor, so Tommy knows that he's trying to get out. So that's the perfect opportunity to get him.
yeah.
Before we go, don't you have something that you might want to show us?
Are you talking about the effing vodka?
That effing vodka.
That good old effing.
Yes.
Hey, what's up with that?
Effing vodka. This is 50 Cent's vodka. He's the ambassador of this. We've tried it.
It's a little
Very- It's a
strong.
little strong, but
Yeah,
it's
that's-
good.
He was drinking that effing vodka doing
I'm
episode
a
4.
lightweight, but I think I'm a lightweight, so I don't know. if
And
I can
some
do
say
that.
it may even be better than Ciroc.
The puffy
50
juice.
calls it puppy juice.
Yeah.
Oh
Starting
shucks.
I'm starting something.
Well, let me find out. Well, you guys are gonna have to go out and get you some bottles of effing vodka and give it a try for yourself. But we want to thank you for
But
watching.
don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive. Right. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week for another explosive episode. Goodbye.
We're out.
Bye.